So today we will present about our business continuity project, and our group name is Future Check IT Solutions. So we have four members of our group, which is Yang Aming, Khalid, myself, Sulaim, and lastly is Fawaz. To continue our presentation, we need 8 contents that we will present today. So these are our future check organization, which is the first one is Khalid, which is project manager, and then Yang Amis is chief executive officer, and then for Fawaz, he is a chief finance officer, and then Ummu is the chief technological officer.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Fawaz Othman, PCP group member for Future Tech Solutions Company. Future Tech Solutions Company is a company that provides cloud services, software development, and IT consulting for organizations. Also, it provides services to a wide range of customers, such as government organizations, small businesses, and educational institutions. So, our team is conducting a BCP on this company, and this PCP purpose is to maintain critical IT operations during disruptions and emergencies, provide an organized approach to handle possible risk, reduce downtime, and ensure prompt service recovery. For the scope of the PCP, we will provide roles and responsibilities, define roles and duties for managing continuity events. They will provide also recovery strategies, communication plans, risk assessment, business impact analysis, and testing and maintenance protocols. For risk assessment, this is the part that I am. This is my mission to conduct in the BCP to assess the risk and threats of the company. And the purpose of the risk assessment is assess each identified threats likelihood and impact, lay the groundwork for creating mitigation plans and backup plans, strengthen the organization ability to withstand shocks, encourage well-informed choices for resource allocation and risk management. Starting the risk assessment, first we identified all the hazards that can the company be affected of. These 8 hazards are found, which is starting with cyber attacks and finishes with cloud services distribution. Also, we identified all the threats that can be affect the company and cause disruption for its activities. Also, we identified all the vulnerabilities that could affect this the company services. After that, we have created a likelihood and impact table, which categorize all the threats or all the hazards and see which one is most critical and which one is less critical. And this can be done by using 2 categories, 3 categories, which is high, medium, and low. But we can see here we don't have low, we have only high and medium. And we can see the most critical one is cyber attacks, which might affect this company and its activities. So after that, we have analyzed the business impact of the company, BIA, and the purpose of this is to determine essential operations and administrative processes, evaluate the potential impact of disruptions, establish acceptable loss levels and downtime for each function, facilitate well-informed decision-making for risk management, and prioritize recovery efforts and recommend recovery strategies. First, we have identify all the critical IT services, and we can see that the company has 5 critical IT services, which are software development platforms, client databases, cloud services, internal IT services, customer support systems. The description describes every critical IT service, and the dependencies provides which parts or which department depends on this IT service. So if disruption happen, this company, this department will be affected of the disruption. After that, the BIA assessment, we have done, we have analyzed the financial impact and operational impact of every critical IT service. And we can see in this table, we provided the financial impact for every service and the operational impact for every service. So later we can categorize this impact according to several category and values, as we can see next. In this part, we analyze the impact of the services, critical services, financially and operationally. The category, and we have two categories: the impact category of financial impact and the impact category of critical impact. For financial impact, we have three, which is severe, which is the highest one, and moderate, which is the middle, and minimum, which is the lowest one. And for operational impact, we have four categories: critical, vital, important, and minor, which is explained here for each category. After that, we made a table that analyzes every IT service or critical IT services and its impact, financial impact and operational impact. And we can see here the 5 IT services and the impact category of value of it. So we can, from this table, we have do critical priority for all the impacts in financial and operation impacts. So we can see which one is the highest and which one is the lowest from this table. After that, we estimated the downtime and recovery time needed. And so this part will tell us how many hours or how many days these IT services can be disturbed, and how this will affect the other departments and how many times it needed to be recovered. And this can be done by evaluating this time by using 3 categories: the MTD, RTO, and RBO. MTD represents the total amount of time managers are willing to accept for mentioned business process outage. RTO defines the maximum amount of time that a system resource can remain unavailable before there is an unacceptable impact on the other system resources. The RBO represents the point in time prior to disruption or system outage to which mentioned business process data must be recovered. So these 3 categories has been analyzed and put in a table for every IT or critical service or process. And for software development, we can see here the maximum MTD is 10 hours, the maximum RTO is 24 hours, and the maximum RBO is 24 hours, and so on for other IT and business services. For the next part, my friend and the team will talk about recovery strategies. So thank you very much.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Khalid Mohamed Ahmed, and today I will be discussing the recovery strategies and communication plans for our company, Future Tech Solutions. So our company is very committed with the maintaining very strong data and IT infrastructure. So our goal is to ensure that in case any disruptions happen, we can quickly recover and continue our operations smoothly. So the recovery strategies and communication plans that will be discussed today is very important for minimizing the downtime and also keeping everyone informed. So let's start with our data backup and recovery strategy. We perform daily follow-up backups of our data to ensure that we have a complete snapshot of our information. So in addition, we take hourly incremental backups to capture any changes that we made since the last backup. So backups are also stored on-site in a secure, fire-resistant locations to protect them from the local threats. We also store them we also store them off-site as a remote location to safeguard against the widespread disasters. We also use reliable services like Dell EMC data domain and also Iron Mountain to ensure the data security. Regular checks are done to verify also that our backups are working and correctly can be restored if needed. In addition, also on-site backups we use off-site and also cloud storages. Our off-site backups are also stored in a facility that's far from our main data center, reducing the risk of simultaneous impacts from a disaster. For extra security, we also use cloud backup services like AWS backups or Microsoft Azure backups. These services provide an additional layer of protection. Data also in the cloud is encrypted during the transition and while at rest, ensuring its confidentiality and integrity. When it comes to recovering data, we have a detailed procedures also in place. We document the steps that we need to restore data from both on-site and also off-site backups, recovering various scenarios like partial or complete data loss. Recovery time objectives (RTOs) are defined for each critical dataset, which also can tell us the maximum acceptance time to restore data. And the recovery point objectives (RPOs) are set to specify the maximum acceptable amount of data loss. Now let's talk about our IT system and infrastructure. We ensure the redundancy by having replicate hardware components, for example, like servers, storage and devices, and also network equipment. This way, if one fails, another one takes without any disruptions. Software also, we have a software is also deployed as a redundantly. We use technologies like VMware for a virtual environment, and also we use Microsoft SQL Server, and they are always on for databases. For file offer, we use automated systems in place to quickly switch to backup and to backup our components if a failure occurs. So we also have a manual procedures. For cases we automated file offers is impossible. In case of a major incident, we have plans for infrastructure restoration. If our primary data center becomes unusable, we can restore operations at the secondary so we can site the equipment with the necessary hardware and software. We also have a detailed procedures for restoring the virtual system and applications using tools like Ansible and also Terraform to automate these processes. In communication, we have effective communication that's actually important during the crisis. So here, how we manage it. We maintain up-to-date contact lists from employees, clients, vendors, and also emergency services. For employees, we keep a list with their roles, contact details in a system like, Workday. And clients and vendors have their own list also managed through using CRM, customer relationship systems like Salesforce and also SAP Arrive. And also for the emergency contact informations, we also make it very ready and also available through a quick reference documents and also apps like we use Everbridge. And also we use various channels to communicate effectively. The primary channel we use include for email for detailed updates, and phone calls we also use for immediate communications, and also we use SMS for urgent notifications. If the primary channels are unavailable, we also use social media for public updates In instant messages, we also use platforms like Slack or internal communication. And a dedicated emergency, like we use hotline for urgent. And our communication protocol is ensure clear and timely updates. Initial notifications also will alert the stakeholders for any disruption and also provide basic information about the situation and recovery timeline. The regular updates will keep everyone informed about the progress of recovery efforts of any necessary actions. After the incident, we conduct a post-incident review to evaluate the communication plans and effectiveness and to identify areas of improvement. That's all for me. Thank you so much. And my friend will proceed the next part, the roles and responsibilities.
Responsibilities are divided into two parts. First part, assignment of roles and responsibilities to each personnel and management team, or their entire execution. IT operations team, maintenance and management and infrastructure. Data management team, perform regular backups of all critical data. Network administrator team, monitor network operations. Cloud service team, measure and monitor cloud-based services and infrastructure. Technical support team, provide first-line support to internal and external stakeholders. IT security team, implement monitor security measures to protect data and infrastructure. Second part, responsibility during business continuity events. Communication, maintain open lines of communication of stakeholders. Incident management, activate the incident response team immediately following an incident. Recover execution, implements the predefined steps outlined in the disaster recovery plan for various IT systems and services. Review and updates. Conduct a post-event review to evaluate the response and recovery efforts. Testing and maintenance are divided into two parts. Maintenance is divided into two parts. Procedures for updating and review the BCP. Review. Maintenance is divided into two parts. Maintenance is divided into two parts. First part, procedure for updating and review the BCP. Review. Schedule. Updating process. Documentation of change and revisions. Change log. Maintain a detailed log of all change made to the BCP. Revision control. Use revision control practice to measure different iterations of the BCP. Communication of change. Communicate any change in the BCP to all relevant personnel through mails, meetings, or training sessions. Second part, testing procedures is divided into two parts. Schedule and conduct regular testing of BCP, frequency of test. Test or test. Tabletop access and simulation jobs. Tabletop access. Organize tabletop sessions where key personnel discuss and review the BCP using specific scenarios to evaluate simulation drills. Conduct a simulation drills involving all relevant steps to test the practical applicability of the BCP.
For appendix, there are three things that I will need to present, which is our meeting, our follow friends, and then our company IT system diagram. Our meeting was held at Google Meet, and then There are 4 meetings that we need to do to discuss further about our project. For floor plan for our future tech, we designed to create 2 floors, which is for the first floor we provide the main office area, and then there are 8 things needed to complete the main office area, which is reception area, employee workstation, conference room, restroom, server room, backup power source room, emergency exit, and emergency. These are the IT system diagram of our future tech company. So we start with the workstation, mobile devices, and remote user. Remote user is for the VPN access, then go straight to the core network switches. After that, we go through to the firewall, which is the security layer, and then we will go through to the router or gateway, and then it will go through to the ISP or internet. After that, we will divide it into 3 parts, which is web server, email server, and application server. And then for the web server, it will directly go to the database server.